For the second annual Women's March. The march was led by Indigenous peoples and members of local Muslim communities as protesters carried signs that showed why they were out there. This morning, I'm joined once again by Janinne Brunyee with a look back at yesterday's march. Good morning. I know it was a very busy day for you, a long day yesterday, but as you look back 24 hours later, what were the takeaways from that and how many people showed up?
Wow, like what a day, right? What a day. We are so excited and couldn't be more thrilled by the turnout. You know, it's really hard to estimate how many people were there. We think we can safely say it was over 100,000 people. Okay. And, you know, they were there peacefully marching. You know, it was an inspiring day. We were getting messages on Facebook thanking us for an inspiring day, that people are excited and motivated. And really what we want them to do is we want to harness that excitement and go and do something about it, right? Yeah. And so at the minimum, they should go and ask their friends and neighbors if they're registered to vote. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, this is all about getting people to participate in our, democratic process. And you can't do that if you don't vote, right? So go and make sure that everyone you know is registered to vote. And then go and take action yourself. You know, go support the organizations that are out there every day. Form your own organizations, just do something, because we want to harness that positive excitement to, drive change. We
were talking over the break, and there are some main differences from last year. Last year, there was some motivation, right, with the inauguration, as you guys say. But this year, you say this was more of like a grassroots, trying to get more people to come out. And you say that you were still successful by able to do that, right?
Yeah, I was like, I was reflecting on it, and I realized that, last year there was a huge amount of buildup on the national media for the march, right? Everybody knew that it was going to be happening. This year, it was really a grassroots effort. I mean, we threw up a Facebook page in December, and, day by day, we just saw people responding. Sort of on Friday, we had sort of 5,000 people saying they were coming in a single day. Yeah. Right, and people were posting pictures of their signs, sort of saying, I'm ready to go, I've got my hat, they were organizing buses from all over the state. Yeah. It was just absolutely thrilling to be part of that process.
I listened to an interesting report on NPR this morning. It was actually from a women's marcher who went last year, but she said she didn't go this year because there wasn't a focus. Do you agree with that? Do you think it's kind of losing focus, or do you still think that there is a motivation to continue these marches next year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's really hard to have a single focus, because everyone was there for a different reason, right? I mean, some people were there for women's issues, some people were there for environmental justice, some people were there to support DACA, so it's really hard to kind of say to people, here's a single reason for you to march. But I think the focus is come and express yourself and then go and take action, right? Because it really, I mean, we haven't accomplished anything if everybody just came yesterday in March and then did nothing else. Yeah. So the focus is really on find a way to make a difference in your community, in the coming year, right? Because there's a lot of work to be done. Yeah,
and it's not just the march. So the last question here is, how can people stay involved? What can people do in preparation for maybe the march next year during this whole time frame?
So before I do that, I do want to say that this march happened with the help of a lot of people, and I'd like to give a shout out to some of the people that weren't in the spotlight as much. So people like Lorna Murray and Mo Kalani and Liliana Rasmussen and Charlie Webster, who worked tirelessly to make this happen, and also some of the organizations that supported us, like the Riveter, and also the Truman National Security Project, and many others who helped us, and we're so thankful for that. Yeah. And so what people can do today even, it's not too late to go and participate in the Women Act on Seattle activities that are happening all over the city. I'm about to go to the Riveter. There's going to be a focus on women and entrepreneurship. But there, whatever your interest is, there's a hub in Seattle that you can go and join in. And then go support the ACLU or whatever organization, sort of carries your values. Give them money, give them your time, just get involved.
All right, Janinne Brunyee, thank you so much. I know you had a long day. Try to get some rest today.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go check on your weather now with Tim Joyce.